globally great events, as well as a major event in each person's life, are all found to be the result of small things overlapping and accumulating. Completeness in small parts creates completeness in the whole. People generally make the mistake of handling small things carelessly because they only value the big parts and focus only on that. When you look at successful people, you will find one thing they all have in common. And it's quite amazing. Without a single exception, every one of them has a self-made rules. That is, rules they've created for themselves. The process of consistently following these self-made rules for a day, a month, and for years is the very path to success. So today, I'm going to add my own touch to the insight from James Allen's book, As a Man Thinks, and talk about the theme of a strong life built by self-made rules. Willpower plus rules, a strong mind. To give you the conclusion first, our goal is to build a strong mind that allows us to believe in ourselves and move forward. Believing in yourself is not as easy as it sounds. But success ultimately springs out from this strong mind. So we must do it, no matter how difficult. To build this strong mind, the first thing you need is a willpower. And this willpower works together with the daily rules you've made for yourself, making you stronger. Today's key formula is this: willpower plus rules, a strong mind. In our lives, we fight with the word willpower almost every day. We hear things like, "you lack willpower," or we say it to ourselves. The author introduces 7 rules that can boost this willpower. I will go through them one by one now, so I hope you will think about what each rule means to you. The 7 self-made rules to master your day. The reason you ruin your day by getting swept away by temporary moods or impulses is because you don't have self-made rules. Self-made rules have more power than you think. For example, let's imagine a 40 years old head of a household who has been feeling a noticeable drop in his stamina recently. In the hot and humid weather, his body feels heavy as lead from the morning, and he's still tired from a company dinner last night. The temptation to just lie on the sofa, enjoy the cool air conditioning, and scroll through his smartphone is very strong. But what if he had a self-made rule that said, no matter what, I will walk or exercise for 30 minutes after waking up? In this way, willpower and rules work together like gears, becoming the support system that keeps your day from collapsing. This allows you to feel a sense of accomplishment when you go to bed. And at some point, you will feel, wow, I've become quite strong. It's empty to just say, I'm strong while doing nothing. But when you start to admire yourself for showing the will to follow the rules you've made, those rules are no longer just rules. They become habits. And when you discover that moment when your subconscious mind is doing it for you automatically, that's when the power to believe in yourself is born. When a new year begins, everyone makes big resolutions. But by the time spring arrives, those resolutions feel like a distant memory. Where did all that willpower go? Our willpower and goals only maintain their power when we have the confidence that I can control myself. This confidence comes from developing your judgment skills. These days, people tend to rely on others' opinions for everything, from small decisions to major life choices. If you avoid making your own decisions, your judgment skills will naturally decline. And this damages your mental strength, means you are in a state where you cannot control yourself, and it makes you feel like your goals and success aren't even yours. The author emphasizes success comes from the power to make judgments that are advantageous to you from among many choices. Of course, we cannot always make the most advantageous decision, but by starting with the small things, making our own decisions, and accepting the results, we can gradually increase the probability of making good judgments. This kind of a proactive attitude in life comes from a strong mental fortitude built up from the experience of managing your day according to your own rules and will. So, let's now try to take control of your day using the 7 rules the author talks about. First, identify your weaknesses and neutralize them. When you wake up in the morning and think about your task for the day, the thing that makes you the most worried or concerned is your weakness for that day. Tell the weakness, I don't really care about you. Second, gradually build good habits. Don't try to create a perfect habit all at once. Start with a very small step, a starter step. Third, when curiosity strikes, act on it quickly. Use your morning time when your mind is sharpest to achieve a small success. This creates a sense of ease for the rest of the day. The mental space gives you the power to respond quickly to the various challenges or curiosities you face. Trying to find answers to your questions can unlock your potential. Fourth, focus deeply on one thing. Immerse yourself. The attempt to solve your curiosities naturally leads to immersion or deep focus. The process of digging into a question to find the answer is immersion itself, and it's the power that makes the day entirely yours. Fifth, stick to the self-made rules you've created. The sense of accomplishment you gain from deep focus strengthens your will to follow your self-made rules, creating a positive cycle. Sixth, control the words you speak and the words you hear. As your inner self becomes stronger, you will be less shaken by the words of others. The next step is to manage the word you speak. Instead of speaking thoughtlessly, take a split second to choose your words more carefully. Seventh, before you sleep, observe and supervise your thoughts. As you end your day, take time to reflect. Did I control my thoughts well today? Did I react emotionally to anything? This is about managing the thoughts that cause your actions, and it's the ultimate goal for completing your mental strength. Greatness is born from small things. If these 7 rules feel like too much, it's perfectly fine to start with just one and gradually add more. The important thing is that as you follow these rules, you will definitely notice subtle changes. Then you can start building new rules on top of them that fit your personality and your life's concept. This is similar to thus like success. Great changes begin with consistently following rules that seemed insignificantly small. The author says this. Globally great events, as well as a major event in each person's life, are all found to be the result of small things overlapping and accumulating. Completeness in small parts creates completeness in the whole. People generally make the mistake of handling small things carelessly because they only value the big parts and focus only on them. However, no matter how large and important a matter is, if you look closely, it is made up of a collection of small, trivial things. A person is the architect of themselves. To build a strong and beautiful house, you must replace weak thoughts with responsible ones. If the quality of the material is poor, the only one who suffers in the end is you. Break free from reckless emotions. The bricks of our thoughts gather to construct the mind. Just as the body is made of cells and a house is built with bricks and cement, the mind is formed by a collection of thoughts. Our character is built through a process of constant renovation, always accepting new thoughts and habits of thinking. A person is a being who is constantly building their mind. Don't let your incredible potential scatter just because you cannot properly manage your mind and thoughts. If you haven't found your big life goal yet, that's okay. For now, focus on making your strong with the self-made rules. The person who successfully handles the small tasks right in front of them is the one who ultimately succeeds. Finally, I want to emphasize the formula I shared one more time. Willpower plus rules creates a strong mind. A strong mind creates a self-directed. You will find a true goal, and that goal will lead you to success. When your willpower meets the self-made rules you've set, you will no longer be a person who is swept away by the world. Instead, you will be living a proactive life where you hold the reins. Thank you. This has been Atomy Bro.